Good morning everybody. Today's topic is concept of acid bases. The first thing that comes in mind is acids are sour, right? The word acid comes from the Latin word acidus. That means sour. And the bases which are known as alkali. And the word alkali comes from a Arabic word al-wali. That terms as ashes of plant. In general, the chemical substances that changes the color of dye substances which is sour in taste and reacts with the bases are generally called acids like sulfuric acid, nitric acid, HCl, etc. Whereas the soluble soapy substance which are characteristic and opposite to the acids are alkaline. Now, if we recall the history of development, in 1663, Robert Boyle first observed that acids are sour. Then in 1787, Lavoisier was told that oxides of nonmetals like nitrogen, sulfur, chlorine, etc. are acids. Oxides of nonmetals are acid. Then in 1810, Davy first observed that HCl have no oxygen. It is not a oxide of non-metal, but it is a acid. After a long period, in 1837, Lisby first told that hydrogen is replaceable by metal in a chemical substance, those are acids. But these are the basic observations. But to explain the nature of different types of acid and bases, many concepts have been developed. And the first concept was the Arrhenius concept in 1894. In 1894, by Arrhenius concept. According to this Arrhenius concept, acids are those substances which dissociate in water and gives H plus ion, like HCl. It gives H plus ion in water. This in water medium. Similarly, bases are those substances which gives OH minus in water. Then in 1905, another concept, solvent concept solvent system concept has developed by Franklin. According to this concept, every solvent autoionages and these substances which increase the concentration of the solvent cation are acids, and those increase the solvent anion are bases. So, in solvent system concepts, solvent must autoionate and acids are those which increase solvent cation. For example, H2O is a solvent. It autoionates as H2 plus and OH minus. If we see that HCl in H2O, it gives H3O plus Cl minus. It increases, it forms H3O plus, which increases the solvent cation. So HCl can be treated as acids. Similarly, NaOH gives Na plus and OH minus. That OH minus increase the concentration of the solvent anion. So NaOH is the basis according to this concept. In 1923, Bronsted-Lowry concept has been developed. It is also known as Protonic Concept. According to this concept, acids are proton donor. Proton donor. Whereas bases are proton acceptor. These two phenomena, donation and accession of electron, occur simultaneously in the same reaction, where HCl plus NH3 combines to form NH4 plus and Cl minus. Here HCl releases proton, and so it is acid, and NH3 accepts the proton to form NH4 plus. So NH3 is a base. It is considered that this HCl and HCl release proton to form its conjugate base. It is conjugate base. Whereas base NH3 accepts proton to form its conjugate acid. In this concept, conjugate acid base are formed in a single reaction by the exchange of proton. So this concept also known as conjugate acid base concept. In the same year, in 1923, Lewis concept also has been developed. It is known as electronic concept. According to this concept, according to Lewis concept, acids are electron pair acceptor and bases are electron pair donor. In this concept, acids are electron pair acceptor. We know BH3 electron deficient molecule. It can accept accept lone pair electron from electron rich substances. So BH3 is an acid, and its base is electron pair donor. In the combination of NH3 and BH3, we can see that BH3 is an electron deficient molecule. And NH3 is electron rich. It has one lone pair. This lone pair is donated to the electron deficient molecule boron and form a adduct. Here, NH3 acts as a Lewis base, whereas BH3, the electron deficient molecule, acts as a Lewis acid. Next, in 1939, another concept, Lux plot concept, had been developed. In this concept, acids are oxide acceptor. Acids are oxide acceptor and bases are oxide donor, like calcium oxide plus silicon dioxide. Here, calcium oxide release oxide ion and form calcium 2 plus, and silicon dioxide, it forms SiO3 2 minus. So calcium oxide forms a calcium 2 plus and silicon SiO2 forms and accept oxide ion to form SiO3 2 minus. So calcium oxide is a base and silicon dioxide as a acid according to this Lux plot concept. In the same year, in 1939, another concept, Usanovich concept, has been developed. This Usanovich concept is nothing but the combination of the previous concept and gathering and combining the all ideas. There is a general formula for acids. So acids, according to this concept, are anion acceptor, or electron acceptor, or it can furnish cation. So Usanovich is a general concept for all type of compounds. And last, in 1953, modern concept of acid base, which is hard soft acid base concept has been developed. In 1963, hard soft acid base concept has been developed. In this concept, hard acid always like to prefer with hard base, and soft acid like to combine with soft base. In this concept, the formation of the compounds and their acidic and basic property can be justified in modern ideas of acid, soft and hard acid base concept.